Hello and welcome to our scoop. Be sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoy this video. Story 1. My 41F husband, 52M, has a second family on the side. I've been sitting with this information for almost 2 weeks now and I still don't know how to proceed. My husband has been in what seems like a committed relationship with another woman and he's playing happy families with her and her 3 sons. They're even planning on having a baby. A week ago, I stumbled on a TikTok account of this lady sharing her recipes, and in the background, I recognized my husband's back. I wasn't too sure at first, but after taking a real good look and as his wife, I know that fool's neck, back, legs, and the clothing he was wearing. So I went looking through her posted videos just to piece together a confirmation of it really being my husband, and I continued to keep an eye on him and his movements, but he seemed normal. It's clear to me now that he has his cheating down to a science. Every time he went on his work trips, she'd post these videos saying she's cooking a new recipe because her man is coming back from his work trip. She'd plate the food up and I'd recognized his grubby hands by their look and the way he'd hold the cutlery. He has a peculiar way of holding it. Kind of looks like a Neanderthal discovering forks and knives. I can't believe this bastard has been with her for 3 years. I don't know how he found the time to start an entire relationship on the side. I thought we were happy. He tells me he loves me all the time. Always brings me a gift from his work trips. When he's home we have a great sex life and pretty much have sex 4 to 6 times a week. We talk all the time. We've been married for 21 years and we have 2 daughters. We lost our eldest son 10 years ago, but we worked through it and got closer than ever before. We are even due to have our 22nd anniversary and it's his turn to plan it. We alternate who plans the anniversary each year. I know he's been planning an elaborate party for us. So why is he cheating? I am so angry and don't know what steps to take. I am utterly distraught. I thought we were happy. I thought he loved our little life. I feel like I can't think and I barely know where to start. I can barely focus. What do I do and how do I do it? I love coming on here and reading things and giving advice, but now that it's me I feel like I can't think. I nearly burned my kitchen down because I literally spaced out and forgot that I was cooking. Update. I was finally given the go-ahead a few days ago. And well, at first, he refused to admit to anything. But I was prepared for that and I showed him all the online posts his mistress made. I also showed him pictures taken by my investigator. He still denied it. Then accused me of being insane. Then after hours of me just throwing evidence after evidence at him, he finally admitted to the affair. He tried to twist things so that he could weasel and lie his way out of it, but I was relentless. I did not let him twist reality and make me doubt the plain truth. We argued all day and all night. It was exhausting. The next morning he tried to get on my good side because I woke up to him having made breakfast and he was begging me to not hate him and to find it in my heart to forgive. I told him I could not and that I wanted a divorce. That brought on the waterworks and he called me a heartless and an unforgiving bee. He then left to take his things to his parents' house as I had asked him to leave. While he was at his parents', I went to his mistress's home. My sister went with me, she waited in the car, and, well, she let me in and we talked. She wasn't even surprised I was there. I had already suspected she was aware of him being a married man, but I still gave her the benefit of the doubt. She was actually gloating when she told me about how in love he is with her, how good he is to her boys, and how he bought her the house, the car, and all the other money he spent on her. She then told me if I wasn't such a lazy bee and gold digger he wouldn't have been so easily taken, and how my lack of submission and servitude was the reason he cheated. How am I a lazy bee when I'm the primary parent and homemaker is beyond me. And how am I a gold digger? I don't understand. As I work and earn more than him. As she was flapping her gums, he arrived and he was pissed off at her. He was calling me a ton, so I had texted him that I was at the mistress's house. They argued as he told her not to speak to me like that and he in no uncertain terms told her that he wanted to be with me. That she's ruining his chance at saving his marriage. I just thanked her for being forthcoming and continued to laugh my way out of the house because yes, my husband makes great money, but as his business partner I own half of his business and as his wife, I own half of all his other assets. So I am glad that she gloated and that she confirmed that he paid for most of what she has. Now I know for certain that he nor she deserves an ounce of my sympathy. And I will take back everything he ever gave her and much more. Comments. Crystal Queen 3000 commented. Collect all the evidence. All of the videos and a timeline of all of his work trips. Contact a divorce lawyer and hit him with divorce papers. I'm normally of the approach that splits should be as amicable as possible, but this guy has a whole second family. Be the definition of a woman scorned. To which OP replied. I've been downloading all her TikToks and screenshot everything she has posted on her Instagram. I have also been collecting all of our bank statements, but I can't find anything incriminating. At this point, I'm thinking he has a secondary bank account I don't know of and he's probably having the post delivered at his office or at his mistress's house. I'm actually considering hiring a private investigator to do a deep dive since I can't find any other evidence of his cheating. Snarkamixnarkstein commented. This. Burn his house down, metaphorically. Also worth noting, get your finances straight. If you have separate accounts, make sure he can't access yours. Make a full list of assets and accounts for your lawyer. With there being a separate family, he might have hidden accounts and/or assets. A good family law firm will have a forensic accountant to find these and anything else he's been hiding. You got this. To which OP replied. Thanks for this. I guess now I know that he probably has secondary bank accounts and having the statements sent to his office or possibly to his mistress's house because I can't find anything out of the ordinary in the accounts I do have access to. Gonna get on finding a divorce lawyer. Story 2. My F23 fiancés, M25, parents think I'm a gold digger. Me and my fiancé are both students. And when we first got together, he had savings of about 4,000 euros. He didn't work at all during university and his student loan only covered his rent. So all those savings went to his goods, leisure, etc. I have a pretty big savings account because I've worked for most of my life and I had on and off part-time work during university, so I'm not bad off for money. My fiancé, however, ended up going through his whole savings in that first year of university and his parents keep making comments about the fact it was because of me. They keep saying things to him about how he spends too much money on me and ask him questions like, "You're not paying for everything, are you?" When the reality is that behind the curtains, I spend and give him a lot more money than he does on us because I have more. This is absolutely no issue to me because I can afford it and want to help him as much as I can. And even though it is true that sometimes on dates he will grab the check or go to the shop and pay for my snacks too, he doesn't constantly spend his money on me. Over the time of us being together, I've spent and paid for a lot more than he has because I knew he didn't have as much as me and wanted him to be able to keep as much of his money as possible. I work really hard for the savings I have and try my best to help my fiancé when he has nothing, and have been helping him for months now with anything he needs money for. And it really upsets me that his parents think this of me when it's just not true at all. I don't know how to change their mind about me. Like I said, I try and work very hard for my money and have been helping their son with his finances for a while now that he's been short of money, but they just don't see that. All they see is that he's short of money and blame me for it. It's starting to drive a wedge between me and my fiancé because it's making me feel like I don't want to be with someone whose parents always think the worst of me and say things behind my back. It really gets to me and upsets me very much. Comments. Ale473 commented. You have a massive boyfriend problem. He is allowing his family to behave like this instead of standing up for you and telling the truth. You need to sit him down and have a serious conversation about him being honest with his family and making them stop the accusations. If he isn't willing to do that, he isn't the right person for you. Quick Store 2989 commented. This is a problem with your boyfriend allowing them to believe that. If he has not corrected them, he is letting you be put in that light with his family. And you really should stick up for yourself, and if he gets embarrassed, that's on him. WV Prepper commented. You are 23 and have been working most of your life. What kind of job can an 11-year-old get? Genuinely curious. To which OP replied. I did a newspaper round back in my country from when I was 11 until I was 13. Then I worked part-time working cleaning a hotel with my mom until I was 16. And then did the pot wash in the same hotel until I turned 18 and moved away to another country for university. Edit. I want to thank you all for the comments. I really appreciate any input. You guys are right, and I will have a proper sit down with him and discuss how this will affect us if it doesn't cease. I would like to add that my fiancé has a disability and has a lot of trouble with confrontation. Not only when it comes to me. I've witnessed him get shouted at over losing something he had in his hand, and he was just too overwhelmed to respond in the moment. I should have mentioned that sooner. But it completely slipped my mind, since for me in my head it's just a given with him. But I will confront him about how it needs to change at least a little bit.